Good afternoon, one and all present here. I welcome you all for this workshop on how to add Scopus papers to AirSeed database, which is actually organized by the Department of Computer Applications, namely called as BCA Department, Dwarakadas Govardhan Das Vaishnav College, Chennai 106. I happy to welcome you all for this a small workshop based on the how to add your Scopus papers to AirSeed database. Okay, what is the agenda today? What is the agenda today? This session. So first we have to discuss about why we require journals. What are the journal requirements are available? Then what is the main area of indexing and abstracting services which are actually carried out by means of all kinds of journals? And what is Scopus? What is AirSeed? These things we have to discuss. What are the red color points? These red color points are actually carried out by me by means of the practical workshop oriented session. We have to discuss about how to publish Scopus journals by yourself. How to find your papers, whether it is available in the Scopus database or not. How you can be able to search your name. And how you can correct yourself, the information. And how to correct your details in the Scopus database finally. Now, finally, how to add Scopus papers to AirSeed database? What is AirSeed? Everything. These red color informations are actually carried out by means of the practical workshop session oriented. Now, we have to discuss first. Suppose if you want to, any researcher, any academician, any student, any research scholar, any peoples want to publish research articles, journals, research papers, materials, or any projects, anything, thesis. If you want to publish your research articles, research papers to journals, how you can able to find out the journals? What are the basic information required for finding the journal? Okay. Now, what is the requirement of the current day university norms, the UGC norms? As per the UGC norms, we require at least one article in Scopus or two based on the university. One more thing. Second point is we must require the UGC care list of journals. As per the University of Madras, we require two articles which is available in the UGC care list of journals. Why I am discuss about the Scopus in this workshop? Because all the Scopus indexed journals are UGC care list of journals. That's why we are able to discuss about the Scopus journals. Okay. Now, how you can identify whether this is a particular journal is Scopus indexed journal or not? First, you find out the journal requirements. Now, you want to publish your paper to a particular journal. You first check out what is available in the particular journal. First, you find out a journal you want to publish, whatever the journal selected by you, that journal having ISS number or not. Then the journal having print version or online version and peer-reviewed journal or non-peer-reviewed journal. You have to find out. In the website itself, they publish whether it is peer-reviewed or non-peer-reviewed, whether it is online only or printed version available. You can find out very easily. Then what is the number of issues per year? The frequency of publication. Every month, one issue means we will be able to easily publish it. Twice in a month means more we appreciated. Okay, 6 months only means we cannot choose because the time taken for publication is very high. 3 months once the publication frequency is, the time also taken is very high. And then you have to find out whether the journal is paid journal or unpaid journal. Okay, there are various kinds available. Most of the Elsevier and Springer journals are unpaid journals. There are various paid journals are also available. What is the review period? How we can able to find out the review period in the journals? One is you have to download a paper which is available in the particular journal, in which they mentioned where, when the article is received, when the article is accepted, when the article is published. So you can find out the frequency between the received and the published. What is the time duration? This is the review period. Okay. Then what is the indexing services available for a particular journal? This is very, very important. At least Google Scholar indexing service available for your journal that is chosen by you, you find out. Because the indexing service Google Scholar is freely available. They given free service to the research community. Then another one is at least digital object identifier DOI is available for a particular journal. If DOI, digital object identifier, is available as a indexing service in a particular journal, then if you publish your paper in the journal, you must have a separate DOI number for your article. That is important. Then the journal having Scopus indexing service or not. Then SCI service, most highest level. SCI means Science Citation Index or Science Citation Index expanded, SCIE. Then mostly you have to find out whether the journal having indexing service with the DOAJ, Directory of Open Access Journals. If DOAJ indexing service is available in a particular journal, means all the articles which are published in that particular journal are freely we can download. That's why the DOAJ, Directory of Open Access Journal. Open access means freely we can download the journal publications. This is the point. Okay. Now, what is indexing and abstracting services? You will know very well. An indexing and abstracting service is a service that provides shortening or summarizing of documents and assigning of descriptors. Descriptors means you are the researchers are the descriptors for referencing documents. When you refer, yes, other people's paper in your paper, you have to describe some points. What are the informations which are available in your research article, and how you utilize the others' research informations in your thesis. For that purpose, we require the indexing and abstracting services. So most of the information which is available in the abstracts in any kind of publications. The indexing service is the document indexing, like a index method in computer science. You know very well indexing methods. There is a link between the journal and the author and the real world applications. This is actually carried out by means of the indexing services. So in any book, you can find out very easily in a back side of the book. Some of the indexes are available where the source is actually happen and go like that. Now, what is the citation index? The very famous citation index is 4. The citation indexes are actually invented in 1873. The citation index is a kind of bibliography databases which have an index of citations between publications, which are used to allow the author to index their papers into the articles and unquote like that. Okay. Now there are various very famous citation indexes are SCI, SCIE, SSCI, and AHCI. The first citation index is actually produced by the company CiteSeerX in 1997. CiteSeerX. Okay. What are the Popular indexing services nowadays available. Very famous indexing services is actually carried out by means of the uh, in the name of the web of science or web of knowledge. Web of knowledge and web of science. Web of science is the part of the web of knowledge, which is Thomson Reuters company. Nowadays, the Clarivate Analytics, the now company name Thomson Reuters, Thomson Scientific is nowadays changed into Clarivate Analytics. Clarivate Analytics company, the Web of Science. In this Web of Science only, this kind of SEI, this kind of citation indices are actually carried out. Okay, so another one kind, worldwide, most of the universities are required the Scopus indexing services. The Scopus indexing services, apart from Scopus indexing service, actually Scopus indexing service is actually maintained by the Elsevier group of journals. Elsevier company's product is Scopus. Apart from this Scopus, Indian citation indexes are also available. What is the use of this indexing services? They are used for information retrieval in the search engines. Okay. What are the very famous abstracting and indexing databases are available? SCI, SCIE, SSCI, AHCI, Scopus, CiteSeerX, Google Scholar. These are some kind, various kinds, many more. Crossref is the company. Finally, this Crossref is the DOI provider. Digital Object Identifier provider is Crossref company. So these are some very famous. EBSCO, it is library oriented software databases. These are all available. Okay. What is the essentials of the Scopus databases? In the UGC, already they published in 2009 itself, they insisted to publish minimum one paper in Scopus Index journal throughout India. So there is a point actually, there is a publication, Times of India, article is published by means of this requirement of the Scopus Index journals. What kind of Scopus Index journal UGC requirement is actually given in this. What is why we require Scopus and everything is clearly stated. Okay. Now, other kind is we can browse some UGC list of journals by clicking this articles. Here in this UGC list of journals, now this is inactivate for the maintenance purpose. So we will leave. And next one is what is Scopus? It is the largest database, citation index, service-oriented database available in the world. Okay, so largest database, very large database in the world for the information repository. It is an information repository. Data warehouse that is called as a data information repository. Okay, so which one is the very high database? Largest abstract and citation database. This is Scopus. Scopus is actually created in 2004 by the Elsevier's company. Elsevier journal having more than 2,500 journals are available in Elsevier. What is available in the Scopus database? Scopus is the indexing service. A journal must have an indexing service with the Scopus database. Then only you are recognized by the worldwide. Okay. Now in Scopus, 40,386 journals are available, in which 24,000 active titles are actually available. 13,583 inactive titles are available. Okay, in this Scopus database. Now we will go to the Scopus database after describing about the Scopus database. So what is the content coverage in the Scopus database? The content coverage, totally 70,000 institutional profiles are available in the Scopus database. 16 million other details are available, and 70 million items, 70 million items means papers are available. So 1.4 billion cited references dating back of 1970. After the 1970, the Scopus database collect all the informations which are that is scholarly produced articles are collected and stored in the Scopus database. Okay, 5,000 publishers are using the Scopus database. Okay, very simple. Now, what is the use of this Scopus database? These things are the use of the data. We can easily track our papers, easily track the impact of the research, easily decide who is the author, who is the that is publisher, and who is the institution. Wow, what is the institution? Everything is carried out. Okay. Then what is ARCID database? Open researcher and contributor ID is a non-priority. Open researcher and contributor ID is a non-proprietary alphanumeric code to uniquely identify scientific and other academic authors and contributors. Suppose you are the open researcher, your papers are openly published. You can download any your papers. That is one thing, one point. Another one point is the ARCID database includes not only the Scopus database articles, also your any kind of articles. You can load your papers, but automatically loaded when you create a ARCID ID from the Scopus ID. From the Scopus ID, if you create ARCID ID, then automatically the ARCID database include all the Scopus papers, Scopus indexed papers which are published in the Scopus indexed journals into ARCID. This is the point. Okay. Now, before that, we will enter into the Scopus database. Now, simply you can type scopus.com. How we can find out scopus.com? Now, in scopus.com, okay, this is the first page of the home page of the Scopus database. Now, if you want to find out first what is Scopus, you can go to this link. If you go to this link, then you can find out what is Scopus, what is the use of the Scopus, what is the metrics of Scopus, what are the informations available in the Scopus. Everything is available. So how do I search documents? What is Scopus about? Everything is available. You can learn something from what is the Scopus database, what is the use of the database, all topics. If you want to search topics, we can search very easily. Okay, everything is possible. So this is the one kind of method. In order to know about the Scopus, what is Scopus, you can go through. Now you want to find out what is the Scopus indexed journals. If you just press this Scopus source list, that's all. There is an Excel sheet downloaded in the bottom of your browser. Okay, in this Excel sheet, all the Scopus indexed journal list is actually June list. Tomorrow, up to tomorrow only this list. Day after tomorrow, they will publish another one list. Okay, so up to June, the Scopus journal list is available. Suppose if you want to discontinue you want to show the discontinued list from the Scopus, you can download by using this. Okay, discontinued list. That is some error in which now some error may happen during the Scopus database because sometimes they maintain. Now, if you click this Excel sheet, you can easily find out whether a journal available in the Scopus list or not. Everything is possible. Now, I already informed you. If you click this, then you can find out the Scopus discontinued resource list. This is also available. Okay. One more point. And if you want to find out about the content coverage, what is the content coverage? This is the Scopus list. Now, you can easily find whether your journal is actually available or not in this Scopus list. How many articles are available in the Scopus database? How many are not articles? How many journals are actually available in the Scopus database? Okay, this is the first journal. So 40,386 articles are journals are available. Okay, so this is the point. Now, not only the scope. Suppose if you want to find a journal, find Journal of Computer Science. If you type, then definitely IAEMG Journal of International Journal of Computer Science is available. You can find very easily whether this is active or inactive, what is the ISSN number. Here you know very well the ISSN number. This is ISSN number, this is print ISSN number, this is online ISSN number. Okay, ISSN number and whether it is active or not, from which year onwards the journal is available, what is the language accepted, what is the impact factor, SMIP, source normalized impact per paper, everything is available. What is the content area of subject area, which country, Hong Kong, which is what is the subject coverage, physical science and computer science. These are some areas of the journals. Very easily find out. Then what is the green color colored journals? The green colored journals, some journals are not inactive, they are actually inactive journals. Most of the green colored journals are inactive journals. Red colored journals are discontinued from the cancelled from the list. Red colored journals, in which we can easily find out the journals, which kind of journals, what is the type of journals are available. Okay, one point enough. Next, suppose if you want to find out your article is available in the Scopus database or not, just press other search here. In the other search, you have to press enter your name, other last name. First name is the initial. You want to create this Scopus database, then only it is possible. Whenever your articles are published in the Scopus indexed journals, within a week or within 10 days, automatically your article is available in the Scopus database. Then automatically the Scopus assign a unique Scopus author ID to you. Okay, this is important. Automatically Scopus database assign a author ID, Scopus author ID to you. So here this is my name. 35 articles are available. Okay, my author ID is 323592. This is my author ID. Okay, you know very well. Here I am given. This is 352937. This is my author ID. Okay, now here my author ID is available. My author, that is, this is my name. Now my site in the Scopus, I have 35 articles. My H index is 9. Total number of citations, which my H index is actually 16, but the Scopus index journal oriented H index is 9. So what are the articles available in my database? Everything is, you can search very easily. Okay, one point. Suppose if you want to correct your files, if you want to correct your files, suppose if you want to find out dashboard, if you want to dashboard, what is the use of the dashboard? So I am requested to correct my articles, my information. I sent the information on 23 June. The request is actually sent. I'm not, but Scopus is not respond to me up to this stage. Whenever you corrected your articles, everything is stored in this. This is the use of the dashboard. Then in the other search, you can search very easily. Okay, very simple. The other search, you can find out your names, your articles. Okay, one point. Another point is, if you want to find the sources, what are the sources available in which? Now I will explain later. Okay. Here, there is a RCID ID created. Suppose if there is no RCID ID actually created by you, you can very well easily find out whether your all papers available in this or not. Or you can correct the papers. How you can correct the papers? Editing author profile. The same also used if you send all these papers to RCID ID. How you can send all these papers which are published in Scopus databases to RCD ID, and how we can connect to RCD ID and send to RCD ID, everything, or edit other profile, both are same. If you edit other profile, then automatically your informations are edited. It will go for 4-5 steps. Also, you can send to other RCD ID. Okay, one point. Another one point is, now before that, you want to search a journal is available. 41,317 journals are available. You have to search the journals. Subject wise, you can search here. Journals subject wise, you can search. Title wise, you can search. Publisher wise, you can search. ISS number wise, you can search. Now, using title, I got to search. For example, Journal of Computer Science, just I press. The journal of where the phrase Journal of Computer Science is available. Journal of Computer Science, Indian Journal of Computer Science, Journal of Computer Science Systems. These are the papers. These are the journals which are actually indexed in the Scopus database. We can find out very easily the Scopus database. Okay. So if you enter this website, automatically the information about the particular journal, the Journal of Computer Science, is displayed. Okay. Here, what is the site score? Site score the from 2016 to, that is 4 years information. 2016, 17, 18, 19. Up to 2016 to 19, the number of papers referred by other peoples which are published in the Journal of Computer Science is A. The total number of papers published in the journal is B. Therefore, the site score is equal to A by B. This is the point. If you want to explain, this will take 1 hour. So it's not possible. Very simple. You can go through. So yes, SJR, SIMAGO journal rank. SNIP, that means source normalized impact per paper. These things are available. So who is the publisher? Science Publications. So everything is available. So this is the important point. Okay. Now, how we can find out the journal, particular title oriented, publisher oriented, ISS number. If you have ISS number, then you can check by entering that particular ISS number here, whether the journal is indexed in Scopus or not. They inform. Okay, this is the point. Very simple. Now next, how we can correct your papers, send to your papers. I am already, for this also I have a login. You know that my login, using my login, I have already entered. Okay, so using your mail ID, you got to create a login for the Scopus database. In order to find your article, whether it is available in the Scopus database or not. This is the point. Okay. So after entering your mail ID, creating your login, then only it is possible to find your papers. But automatically your database, that is your papers are entered. You have allotted a unique number for Scopus Author ID and stating that from this everything is available. Okay. Now another point is how to send all the Scopus database to the RCD. Just I connect to RCD or edit other profile. RCD database, everything is connect to RCD. Directly it will go to the connect to RCD. Okay. This also we require your login details. Scopus to RCD. You know that Scopus to RCD is carried out. Okay. There are 6 steps available in order to connect your information in the RCD. You can find out very easily. Nambusami Velmurugan, DG Vaishnav College. This is one point. Another, you can find out your details are available. By your name, many people are available. Suppose if you want to recent document, want to show the recent document. These are some recent documents which are your papers. If you want to include, you can include this. Otherwise, you can hide. How we can include all these papers? Okay. So this is my article. I want to add this into my profile. Okay. Next, start. The second step. What is the profile name? My profile name is Vel Murugan. I want to correct now. Next. So, is these files are my articles? Whether these are my articles, prediction of what this is Lada and Vel Murugan. And the indexing is differently carried out. First name, last name, and name is differ. In suppose if you want to find out this article is available in Scopus database, view in Scopus database, which will give some information about the source of the Scopus database, your files. So everything is available. So you can find out all these papers are yours or not. Suppose any papers is not by you, you can click this one. Then your this is not included in your paper. Suppose if if you click this one, then all these papers are yours. Okay. Now next, I'm going to review of publication is over. Next, review profile. So now in the profile, whether all this once again we have to clarify. Okay. Now all these informations are correct. Yes, correct. Next. Then yes, update my Scopus Aadhar profile. You want to update? Yes, update. What is your email? My mail ID is this one. Confirm email. Okay. Send it to Aadhar ID. Yes. So everything is added in my profile. So send it to publication list. This automatically your work is sent to the ARCID database. Now, if you open the ARCID database, you can easily find out uh, your papers. Now, I have to open my ARCID database. In previous menu also there is a option return to ARCID is available. Return to ARCID also available. You can use. Now, using my mail ID, I have opened my ARCID database here. Also, there is a researcher ID also available allotted for you. This researcher ID is now from 2019 onwards, which is actually uh, merged with the Bublans. Bublon, there is a website available named as Bublon, Publon, login, publication login. That is the meaning of the Bublon. Okay, the researcher ID is actually merged with the Bublons nowadays. Okay, my biography is not updated, old one. So all this, my professional, everything is available. Okay, now suppose you want to see all my articles, just press only one paper is not updated. Um, Only one paper is available, so it's not updated. Some mistake is happened. Right. Yes, all these papers are transferred here. Very simple. Okay, so your entire database is actually converted into going to ARCID database. This is very simple. 35 documents which is available here. You can know. This is other profile. All these papers are automatically transferred to the ARCID database. Some connect to ARCID. Only one paper is available there. I search Once again, I go to search, other search. This is my profile. I search. This is my profile. So all the 35 papers are added. Now all these papers are available. Now you can connect to ArcSeed. Okay. Now simply if you going to ArcSeed, okay, only one paper. Just we connect to ArcSeed. I am not include this name to my profile. Just all these are all my papers. Sent to my publication list. Return to ArcSeed. It's a very simple method to transfer your files into the ArcSeed database. Now I have all my papers here. You can very well easily find out all the 35 papers are available. 38 papers are available here. You note that there are 38 papers are available. I have added some of my papers. Suppose if you want to find out your particular journal is which is actually available in Scopus database, what is the evidence for Scopus database? Some university are asking you when you submit your thesis, what is the evidence to publish your article is available in the published article is available in the Scopus database. You can simply press this one. This is the source for the Scopus. If you click this link, then it will show the your article which is available in the Scopus database. For each and every article, there is a separate link, there is a separate number is available. So we can easily find out. This is the link. For each and every single article, for any single article, we have some link. Individual number, unique number assigned in the Scopus database. You can download. You can take printout of this page. You can submit it to the university. Very simple. Okay. Simply we can identify how to add your Scopus databases, Scopus files into the ArcSeed database. We simply learn something about this kind of information. Okay, now we come to the end of this session. Now, if you have any doubt, you can ask one by one. In the chat box, I will come. I use Jagadishan, Ravida, and Ramya.
Sir?
Yes, is there any question raised by the audience?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. So
No questions, sir. No questions, sir. Right? Yes. Yes. There is a question which is shown in the chat box. Is there any possibility of publishing Tamil articles? Only some of the what is the use of ArcSeed is the another one question and actually raised by one of the audience. You have to store your information in the ArcSeed database. You have to store not only your information, that is your other published papers, your projects, your other kind of journal publications, titles, anything you can add in the ArcSeed database. So your research oriented informations are stored permanently in the ArcSeed by using the ArcSeed database. This is the point. Okay. So, thank you very much for your cooperation.